Ay, gatito hediondo, mocoso, roñoso. Hola, mi gatito bonito. Hey, kitty, get a job, would you? Come on. There's money to be made on these YouTube streets, Instagram streets, TikTok streets. We need to chop with it. Gotta earn that kitty food. Gotta earn that litter. 2023, the year kitty gets to work. Pardon the noise in the background. My neighbor is out smoking meat. But I was out here doing a thing, cleaning my yard yesterday. It's a disaster this morning. Apparently, I got some finishing up to do. I got all these bags of leaves. This is all just leaves, guys. I need to scrub these down. The plan was I was going to scrub these down today. Do y'all hear this nonsense? My son works at night, and this guy is out here making all this noise. Now, granted, everybody has a right to use their home the way they want and all, but she's no consideration. And if you guys are my buddies on Facebook, then y'all know that this dude is out here having whole conversations with himself, which is what he's currently doing. He's having a whole conversation with himself. But anywho, thankfully my big dude can't hear the noise, or so he says, because he sleeps with a fan on. Something we do. Could be negative 70 degrees outside, and we're going to be sleeping with a fan on. But anyway, I'm headed out. I just wanted to come out and see in the daylight what my yard ended up looking like. I got to put all that trash out on the curb for trash. He's having a whole full-fledged argument with himself, and he does this all the time. Y'all saw me peeking out that window, right? So y'all know I be watching folks. I thought maybe he had a Bluetooth on, maybe he's on the phone with folks, but I don't see anything in his ears. And I've heard him and seen him argue with his dog. So there's definitely some bats loose in a belfry. But it's just really loud and annoying. Like I said, I know everybody has a right to use their property they want to, but you have to be considerate of your friggin' neighbors. You have to. And he's just not. And it's just irksome. I mean, y'all saw how close our homes are to one another. There's no room for that. But anywho, I'm being that neighbor. Yeah, I am that neighbor. But let me head on over to grab something to eat. I'm craving buffet. Hopefully the background soundtrack my neighbors got on doesn't get me demonetized. I worried about that with the Goodwill videos, because the music is so loud in the stores. But let me get in this car. Okay, guys, I am headed out to get something to eat. It is so stinking late, at least for my Sunday. You guys, I could not sleep last night. It was the first time little dude had been gone since Christmas. The first time that I was alone overnight in quite some time, because my big dude was at work and I couldn't friggin' sleep. Now, granted, I did have a big raid yesterday. I just gave in to my soda craving. I have not been drinking sodas for a while now, but I did cheat. And I'm not even going to say cheat, because it's not like I'm depriving myself of anything, because when you deprive yourself of things is when you cheat. I've just made the choice not to drink soda the way I was. But yesterday I had steamed some shrimp, and I really wanted a big red with it. I don't know why. So I went to the gas station and got me a big red, and my purse just fell, because I drive like a banshee out of heck. But anywho, I got a big red, and I don't know if it was the anxiety of just being in too quiet a house, even though I had the TV on, which I really shouldn't do because my light bill is astronomically ridiculous. The last 2 billing cycles, one was $388 and this one is $400 and some cents, and it was because of the cold snap. I understand that, and the electric company already told us, hey, prices are going to go up due to the cold snap, blah 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 blah. So I'm thinking that this current billing cycle should not be as bad because the weather hasn't been redonkulous, because I'm like, there is no stinking way my light bill should be $400 friggin' because nobody's home. My big dude is asleep all day long. Me and little dude are at work and school. We get home, we're up and about for a few hours and then to bed. What, $400 friggin'? Are you kidding me right now? But anyway, I didn't want to have the TV on because of that, but I couldn't be in a house silent. So I woke up yesterday around 7:30 to get ready to go for my oil change, and I had been up since then. I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. I fiddled around with my video and uploaded the last video, and I just couldn't. I couldn't sleep, and I didn't know if it was the caffeine in my system, and my body was like, what's going on? I don't know, but I was awake when my big dude came home. So I had breakfast with him around 6 in the morning because I was starving at this point. Had breakfast with him and didn't end up falling asleep until 8 o'clock maybe. And then I set the alarm for 11:30 because I can't sleep all day long or I won't be able to sleep at night to get to work in the next, on Monday morning. So anywho, yeah, so I've only slept a few hours, and the plan was get up, straighten up, get some laundry started, go out and do your groceries, my Sunday stuff, and I didn't do it. I laid in bed from 11:30 until 1 something, a little after 1, just watching YouTube, catching up on a lot of you guys, and just catching up on some channels that honestly I had forgot that I was subscribed to, and I got sucked into one particular channel, and just kind of started binge watching her, and before I knew it, it was creeping up on 2 friggin' o'clock, and I started puttering around the house, straightening up, getting laundry together. I'm like, if you start this now, you're never gonna get out and go do what you have to do. I know I gotta clean the house, but I have to get out and about and do what I have to do before I can come into the house and do what I have to do there. At least at home, I'm home, and if it gets dark, who cares? I'm at home. I cannot let it get dark on me out here in these streets, because y'all know your girl can't see in the dark. But anywho, I'm starving, okay? I had breakfast around 6 this morning, and I had a biscuit with some jam and a cup of coffee. That's what I had. So I'm starving, and I'm craving buffet, and I sometimes feel some kind of way about eating by myself, but I've eaten buffet alone. As long as I have my phone, or as long as my head is in a good place, I don't mind. I don't mind sitting there eating. I have caught people staring, which is irksome, which is why I don't like to eat by myself, because people are just so what if somebody's eating by themselves? Why do you have to make them feel so self-conscious by staring at them? Mind your business, eat your food. But I am super craving buffet. I'm super craving the mussels and the crawfish. So I'm about to go and have a super late lunch. It's probably all I'm going to eat the rest of the day, because when I eat buffet, that's it. I eat that meal and that's it. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it's not full of a bunch of creepy people. It is Sunday, so it's a lot of church people that go, but this late, it's 2:39, guys. So this late in the day, all the after church crowd has left, so I don't expect it to be too packed, which is good for me, because like I said, people just seem to find it kind of weird sometimes that a lady is sitting by herself. Leave me be, mind your business, eat your food. And plus, y'all still see me wearing this. I don't know how you feel about masks and the situation and all that, but I work in a hospital, and we've already gotten the alert that numbers are going up again. So use mask at your own discretion, honey. I never stopped wearing mine, and I never allowed little dude to stop wearing his. So whatever, I don't want to be in there cram jammed with a bunch of people in a buffet. So anywho, I'm gonna go get me some food and stuff my face, and then I'm gonna hit Walmart I'm trying to stay out of Target just because that $3 and $5 little area is really getting to me lately. I haven't bought anything. I've been good, but it's just so cute in there right now, and they have all their spring stuff out. Although I would never buy any spring stuff at Target. I'm sorry, honey. Target is way too expensive for their decor and stuff, and y'all know I'm going to do thrift stores for that. But I'm going to try and stay out of Target. I definitely need to go to Walmart. I need to go to my little Mexican grocery store and get my meat and a couple of other things like that. So I will see you guys in a little bit. So my first plate was the tri-plate of the crawdads. It was an actual boil. That was a nice surprise. And sushi, because if I don't like the crawdads and the sushi, I'm not staying. Second plate was your usual buffet fare, fried this and fried that, your little spring rolls, and of course your fried chicken wings. And my third plate was a few more of the dads and shrimp and some crab clusters. So for those of you wondering how the heckin' you eat or what you eat on this little cluster, that little knob right there is full of delicious meat. And depending on how they cook it, sometimes you can get a little bit of meat out of the legs. But this right here, that little chunka hunka right there is the good eating. You can pick at it with your fingers. You can pick at it with a little seafood fork, or you can just bite down on it, which is how I do it. Now, if you bite down on it, what you get is this crabby, delicious burst of meat that is so yummy. Now on to the other little crustacean some folks might not know how to eat. This is a crawdad or a mud bug, depending on where you're from. How you eat it, you twist off the little tail, you get that little head, you squeeze it, and you suck out the juice. Then you flip it over on its little back here, and I do it with my fingernails. I get in there and I pinch the shell until it cracks open. I go all down the length of the little tail. Then with my fingers and fingernails, I just kind of wiggle it loose until it pops out. Now here, if you choose to, you can clean your tail and pull this little part off and then just eat the meat. And it just depends on how you want to eat it. I usually pull that little nib off. But here on the second one, when I peeled it open, I realized there was some hidden good gem yumminess in here. And I'm going to show you in just a little bit. I was about to pull it off and I realized, hey, there's some roe up in here. And that is good eating, y'all. So on this one, I didn't clean it. I just popped it in my mouth. It was so good. Then you know we need dessert. And this offered a few different things in my buffet. The peach cobbler down at the bottom was delicious. That little star cookie had a little pineapple filling surprise. That was awesome. The little bundt cake was really good. It would have been even better with a little dollop of jam on it. And then I always have fruit just to cleanse my palate. Now their ice cream wasn't as smooth as the buffet I usually go to, but I have to have ice cream with peach cobbler. This one was a little grainy. You could actually feel the little ice balls in it, but it was still very sweet and pretty good. And considering I'm lactose intolerant, I don't need to be eating that stuff anyway. I'm so corny. I always look forward to the fortune cookie, but I promise you guys, everybody was getting the same fortune. I kept hearing the same fortune being read out loud over and over again. All in all, it was a pretty good experience. I mean, for $17, it was a really good deal. And then if you look close, you can see that I actually did tip $5. I'm not a cheapie. And she was a really good waitress. She kept my glass filled. She kept providing napkins because y'all saw how messy that stuff I was eating was. And she was just friendly. So good service, good tip. Oh my gosh, guys, that was so good. It's smaller than the one I go to, but that one was ridiculous, and I knew the weight was going to mess me up because I'm diabetical, and I need to eat when I get hungry, because if I wait too long I get weird, and I don't want my sugar crashing. So I decided to drive into the town over, and I'm glad I did, because I've been wanting to try this buffet, but little dude is usually with me when I have buffet, and with his whole food texture food and food aversion thing, he's very set on the restaurants that he'll eat at. Like, he knows what he can eat at certain restaurants, so venturing out to different restaurants is not really a thing for us, although I have been very proud of him trying a few new ones. But he's very particular about the texture and flavor of his lo mein, which is basically what he eats. And the rice has to be a certain texture and a certain flavor. So we've been sticking to the same buffet for years, and I finally decided to come to this one, and I'm glad I did. Like I said, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me guys, sorry, I ate a lot. This one is smaller than ours. They don't have the grill. Mine has a grill where you pick out your ingredients and they cook it up for you there on the grill. The selection isn't as vast as the one I go to, but what they do have is really good. They didn't have any mussels. I love my mussels. They didn't have any mussels, but they did have crab. Little crab clusters where they half the crab and you get a little cluster of legs with half of a crab, and that's really, really good. And of course they had crawdads. They actually had a shrimp boil instead of just the crawdads by themselves. I'm very particular about my crab boils. Like, it has to be a certain type of seasoning and certain ingredients, but this was good. I will say they overcooked it. A lot of the crawdads were basically mush. If you cook something with a shell down so long that the shell is soft, you done overcooked the seafood. I kind of want to go to Half Price Books, maybe after Walmart. There's a Five Below over here too. Anywho, but it was all good. It was all good. Their sushi was really fresh. It was good. I paid 17 and some cents for the meal and drink itself, and then I left a $5 tip. So for 22 and some change, it was nice. But I definitely have to walk. I was gonna go to my Walmart in my neighborhood, but there's one right up the road up here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to this one because I am so in need of a walk, you guys. I can't even breathe. Like, my food is up here. But I'm definitely gonna walk around Walmart. I might, but it's already 4. I was thinking of creeping out to the mall over here. It's a big giant outdoor mall, but it's a little chilly and I didn't bring a jacket. But I definitely need to walk, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into Walmart and get the few groceries I need. I might go into Half Price Books. I might cross over to the mall. I'm not sure. There's Burlington. I don't know. I just need to walk, guys. I need to walk. Am I in the right street? Yes, I am. I just came at it a different direction. Well, guys, I'm home. It did get dark on me because I am constantly on the friggin' hunt for little dude's shakes. This is what he drinks, the Ensure Plus Vanilla, okay? It's the only flavor that he likes. It's the only flavor that isn't too sweet for him. And this is basically what keeps him at good weight, because he just doesn't eat enough food to keep him at a healthy weight. So this is a must. And this vanilla one is so stinking hard to find, guys. I'm usually looking for this size. The big box has 16 of them in it. This is so stinking hard to find in my area. They have some of the off the wallest flavors. They have a banana nut. They have a strawberry banana. They have a banana chocolate, triple fudge chocolate. Around fall, they have a pumpkin one, but I can't find an Ensure Plus vanilla to save my life. It's really, really hard. So I got dark because I went to 2 Walmarts, a Target, and 2 CVS's, and all I found were 2 of these. So this will get them through a couple days. Hopefully I can find a CVS or the Walmart near my job maybe they'll have some of the big box. But there's no haul today, guys. I didn't buy anything, you know, interesting, anything fun. I bought groceries. I put all that away. I refilled the cookie jars. I got little dude's lunches ready, minus the sandwich. I line up 5 bags for him. I got all that done. I straightened up his room because it was a clothing toy explosion up in there. And I am currently waiting for him to come home. It's actually getting kind of late. It's 8:49. And I'm waiting for him to come home. I had to text his papa or his dad and tell him, hey, make sure he has dinner, even if it means you picking him up something. Because it's too late. And he has acid reflux. So if he eats too late, he'll be up all night, poor thing, with that hot acid burning him in his throat. Yeah, my poor kid got all kind of GI issues. But anywho, thanks for hanging out with me today. I know this is different than what I usually do, but I just figured y'all could hang out with me and have lunch and just bull fart around with me today. So that's what we did. Tomorrow's beginning of a new work day. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys have a good week. And yeah. Again, thanks for hanging out with me. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Till my next go round. I love y'all bunches.